Hi, and welcome to this Royal Roost Farm presentation, How to Make Fried Okra. Fried okra is a really versatile recipe that can be customized in a lot of ways, but there are a few key things that you want to make sure you get right. First, you want to start with at least 10 pods of clean, washed okra. You want to make sure that they're not too big. Okra gets really tough as it gets larger, so you want to make sure that your pods are 6 inches or less. Now, we really like fried okra, so we start with about 20 to 25 pods. You want to slice them at 1/4 to 1/2 inch widths, and you want to discard the tops, but keep the rest. Next, you want to prepare your egg bath. The rule of thumb is 1 egg per every 10 pods of okra. So we've got about 25 pods, we're going to use 2 eggs. Crack those in a bowl and give them a nice thorough stir. And then you want to start adding your okra. Now, this is one of those really important steps that you want to make sure that you get right. You want to make sure that the okra gets completely coated in the egg soak, because this is what really helps your batter stick. And you want to let it sit there for about 10 minutes. So give it a really good toss. Make sure that every piece gets coated with the egg. And then you're going to leave it for 10 minutes while you go ahead and get your oil and your batter ready. So we like to start with about 1 cup of oil. Just enough to really coat the bottom of the pan, give it a little bit of depth so that you're not having to over stir. You want your oil to be shimmering, but not smoking or boiling. The batter for fried okra is something of a little bit of debate. Some people are purists that want only flour. Southerners typically go more toward only cornmeal. We find that a nice mix really helps the batter stick. So we use 1 cup of cornmeal and 1/2 cup of flour. And of course you can scale that down if you're making less okra. Working in batches, you want to add your okra to the mixture and gently toss it to coat it. And again, this is one of those critical steps. You've really got to put in the time to make sure that every piece gets thoroughly coated. You want to make sure that you get that crunchy, delicious texture on every piece of the okra. Once you've got it thoroughly tossed in the batter, remove it with a slotted spoon to a strainer. And this is another one of those steps that's really important. It seems like something that you could skip, but you don't want to, because you want to make sure that you get all of that excess flour and cornmeal off. That way it doesn't burn in the bottom of your pan and stick to your okra and give it that burned flavor. Once all of your okra's in the strainer, give it a good shake, remove all of those excess batter pieces, and then you're ready to add it to your oil. It's always smarter to put it in facing away from you, that way any oil doesn't splatter on you. And then you want to spread the okra around so that it evenly covers the bottom of the pan. You don't want it piled up in the middle, or you don't want too much at one time, so don't be afraid to work in batches. You're going to give it a stir every 3 to 4 minutes. Typically, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get your okra to a nice golden brown color. And it's important not to overstir because that knocks some of the batter off, and you really want to keep that crunchy batter on every piece. Once it's finished, remove it to a bowl lined with paper towels. That way you can drain off any excess oil and add any finishing seasonings that you want, like a little extra salt, a little Cajun seasoning, or any of your Royal Roost Farm favorite blends. Thanks for watching our tutorial. If you liked it, please leave a review on YouTube and visit us at royalroostfarm.com or on any of the major social media platforms at Royal Roost Farm, all one word. Thanks, and we'll see you around the farm.